Good morning. It is now, as you can see, Sunday the 23rd of April, and it is 11:30 in the morning. This is my Google alert. I'm a little bit concerned by all of this because I know on quite a few of the mainstream platforms from the US and a few here from Australia have been talking about the possibility that certain health products that are livestock, animals, that give us our protein, specifically beef and chicken, that they might be putting the protein-based spike treatment into these animals, which is horrific. It's horrifying. And to find this, mRNA concerns continue. Biologists say MECL for beef is needed as soon as possible. MECOOL is mandatory country of origin of origination, because they're worried that food is going to be imported obviously into the US from countries where they allow that protein, the spiky one, into the livestock, which then is passed on to the people that consume the material. And they've said it doesn't happen. I think they're telling porky pies. Here, you can see a cow with a mum and baby, and she's got her teats and everything. Yes, it's a little baby. Some researchers have found mRNA is likely, I love the word likely, passed from an infected human to a non-infected human. Okay, so they're now saying that shedding can happen. They always said that was not real. Well, scientists have now found that to be true, so that's the first thing that we need to look at, that is now passed from human to non-infected human. Okay, so we know that is now guaranteed, that's true. And to humans who have consumed meat or dairy products from an MRA infected animal. There you go. So I'm not going to say anything else because I'll get a strike, I'm sure, and I'll get in trouble. But this is horrific. They're now saying that it does. You know, supposedly it's meant to stay in the injection site, and they don't know how long that the spike protein is active in the body. They don't know. They say it only possibly for a week or two. No. And that's where all this died sadly, because that's what's happening to people. And it's going to happen to these animals. So soon there won't be any beef. There won't be any chicken. They're only talking about beef at the moment because beef, you know, obviously there's so many products that come from a cow. You have the cheese, the dairy, the ice cream, the yogurts, you know, butter, all of these things that are put in everyday products. Think about it. You think about, you know, the contamination of water, and you filter the water that you're going to drink. But you don't filter the water that you boil your potatoes in, or the water that you put into your cake, or that you put into your coffee from your jug. You know, you can't avoid this contamination. It's everywhere. If you get it in the trace elements, the original starting point, which is the animal, the pure water, then you can't contain it. It's in absolutely everything. So they have done their research very, very well. I will link this. Please pass it on and let everybody know that it has now been proven that this is possible. It's there in black and white right in front of us, and that's scary as. So it's not just, you know, you have to watch out about who you're going to have your connection with. And I don't mean intimacy, I'm talking about your contact, which could be in many different ways. Whether you're a person working a hairdresser, or whether you're the doctor or the dentist, whether you're even just the delivery guy, the person at the supermarket, everybody is going to end up with this crap all through their body. So you need to look at ways you can minimise the damage that it does to you. And there are certain supplements that you can take that will help stop the spread of this protein. And I'm calling it protein instead of spike because it sounds more attractive. But anyway, so yeah, you can read all of this and it talks about the urgent need for the mandatory country of origin labelling. That's what the MICOOL. Consumers deserve the right to choose whether to consume beef from a country where mRNA injections are being given to cattle. And the only way you know that is by having the mandatory standards. I can recall there was a lady here in Australia. She was a farmer, a cattler. And she said, no, we might be doing it, we have lumpy cow disease and foot and mouth. They're the only diseases. And yes, we have to vaccinate against those. But they're now even saying here that they might be using those type of diseases, those type of vaccinations as mRNA. See here. It's just insane. Here. As they begin using mRNA cattle for diseases such as foot and mouth and lumpy cow disease. That's what she said. The Australian grazier said that all the cows that they're sending over to Indonesia for the halal diet, they like our meat, all have to be vaccinated for foot and mouth and lumpy skin disease, which means that they're all going to have mRNA in them, because it says that countries that are already using or are planning to begin using. See that? There we go. So it's black and white in front of everyone. So please check your food. Don't give it to your children. Try to minimise it to yourself. But anyway, I've said enough. I'm not going to say anything else. Obviously, this is the US. Australia, what the hell happens here? Well, we've probably got it already. But anyway, take care, and I'll say to everybody, Godspeed to all. Godspeed.